What makes different fractals unique by their rules? Imagine a pattern that repeats itself endlessly, yet each time it looks just a little different. That's the magic of fractals, but what makes each one special are the rules that create them. Think of these rules as recipes that tell the pattern how to grow and change. Some fractals follow strict, predictable steps, while others introduce a bit of randomness. These rules are what give each fractal its own personality and appearance. At the simplest level, fractals start with a shape called an initiator. Then, a transformation rule, known as a generator, is applied repeatedly. This process is called iteration or recursion. Each step takes the current shape and modifies it according to the rules, creating more complex patterns. The way these rules are written and how they operate makes each fractal unique. One key difference is the type of transformation rule used. Some fractals use deterministic rules, meaning the same steps are followed every time. For example, the Sierpinski triangle removes the middle part of a triangle repeatedly, producing a pattern where each smaller triangle looks like the whole. Other fractals use stochastic or random rules, which add a bit of unpredictability. These create natural-looking patterns like coastlines or mountain ranges, which are similar at different scales but not identical. Another factor is the kind of self-similarity. Some fractals are exactly the same at every level, like the Koch snowflake, which keeps its shape no matter how much you zoom in. Others are only approximately similar, like the Mandelbrot set, which has tiny copies of itself that are slightly distorted. Some fractals show statistical self-similarity, where patterns repeat in a loose, probabilistic way. The mathematical functions behind fractals also differ. Some are made by simple geometric transformations like scaling or rotating shapes repeatedly. Others, like the Mandelbrot set, are created by complex number formulas that iterate over and over. These formulas determine whether a point belongs inside or outside the fractal, shaping its intricate boundary. Some fractals are generated by grammatical rules called L-systems, which are like language rules for plants and trees. These rules rewrite strings of symbols that then translate into shapes. Others use geometric production rules, replacing line segments with smaller copies arranged in specific ways. These rules mimic natural growth and help produce realistic plant-like structures. The number of times the process is repeated also matters. More iterations create more detailed and complex patterns, but in practice, we often stop after a certain number of steps. Infinite iterations produce perfect mathematical fractals, but real-world applications use finite steps to get the desired detail. Finally, fractals have different fractal dimensions, which measure how much space they fill. Some fill space more densely than a line but less than a plane, depending on the rules of their growth. This dimension tells us how complex the pattern is and how it interacts with the space around it. In the world of numbers and patterns, fractals show us how simple rules can create endless variety. They connect to natural phenomena like clouds, coastlines, and plants, where similar patterns appear at different scales. By understanding the rules behind each fractal, we see how numbers and shapes work together to produce the fascinating forms we observe in nature and mathematics. These rules are what make each fractal one of a kind, with its own look and behavior, all from a set of simple instructions.